You heard the news.
The PBC?
Well, yeah. Let's hit PBC news real quick.
What you want?
Yeah. Is it an official announcement?
PBC?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, their first one.
I mean, y'all be talking. I'll be like, all right. Go ahead. Then you announce it.
Oh
then.
man, PBC. I'm happy they back.
Yeah.
I thought it was over for
Here,
them.
right? They here in Vegas,
Yeah,
right?
here. We're gonna be working it.
All right.
Yeah, you there?
Sure.
I'm there.
All right.
Well, hopefully, Red Out Boxing will be there promoting their stuff.
I hope so. I want to know who's doing the production now. Who's going to be doing all the production work for them?
This is PBC. This is Prime. This is PBC and Prime.
He's doing it, right?
Yeah, PBC and Prime. Yep.
Okay.
We got Keith Thurman.
Keith Thurman. You want to start with the co-mains?
Yeah, go with the comments.
Eastside Cruz
see it.
and Rolly Romero.
Oh,
wow.
For the WBA.
Really?
Man, this is...
that was real, huh?
Yeah, no, it's real.
That's...
we got Laura that's
Pitbull.
possibly on the... Yeah, Pitbull.
Pitbull took... he's the only one that took Tank the distance.
They both... You know what? They both fought Tank well.
Yeah.
Who's they?
Rolly.
Yeah.
As long as Rolly was standing on his feet, he was doing okay.
Yeah.
Was he not?
Oh, yeah, won it.
Yeah, the people...
I mean, what are you talking about, though? You said as long as he was standing on his feet?
Yeah, so he got sleepy. He got sleepy. When he got sleepy, it's like, oh, man, he took a dirt
He about to be drowsy in this one, too.
Oh, man.
The Tank Rolly knockout was pretty incredible, though, right?
You was there?
Yeah. No, I wasn't at that one. But, I mean, like, that
You
was...
felt it at home.
Oh, man, unbelievable. Unbelievable, man.
Yeah, man, I think Rolly's up against it versus Eastside Cruz. He's coming... that is a charging bull.
I agree, man.
Literally.
How do you stop that, Sean?
Energizer
Or,
Bunny.
Pitbull.
Energizer Bunny.
Yeah.
Counter shots?
You gotta move your feet.
Okay.
I thought that Eastside got outboxed in his last fight. Don't remember.
Yeah, my man. Yeah.
It wasn't Giovanni, was it? What was
Giovanni? I think you might be right. Yeah, he was out of Washington.
Well, he got outboxed in his last fight.
Okay.
I thought he lost the fight. He got the win. He moves on. But now he's fighting somebody who can't really move and put it together like that. And we've also seen some deficiencies in Rolly Romero's chin recently. So
and yes, it was Giovanni Cabrera.
yeah. So I'm really feeling like, in order to beat an Eastside Cruz, you look at a fight with Tank Davis and you look at how Tank was able to turn him. You look at a fight with Giovanni, you look how Gio just used his feet and moved against him. The Eastside Cruz puzzle is not hard to solve. You just have to have conditioning. Mm-hmm. You have to have a very high boxing IQ, and you got to be able to move your feet. He cannot punch and move his feet at the same time. But if you stand there or you don't take enough steps back and turn, if you don't know how to take steps back and turn and things like that, he going to be on you.
I've noticed in the last couple of fights, Rolly is not comfortable moving and punching.
Yeah.
Really not comfortable moving and punching.
That boy Rolly was bouncing around the ring
If he
last
can't
fight.
sit down, that's not his thing.
Yeah.
And this is the bad man to just have slow feet.
I will say this, though.
Okay.
Rolly will or needs to stop and just throw him and land him and throw him. Eastside comes right at you. He's not coming at you on an angle. He's not moving his head on his way in. And on top of that, he's not throwing anything on his way in.
He's just coming.
Boom.
And we know Rolly got power.
Like a freight train, yeah.
Yeah.
And Rolly got...
Rolly
momentum coming in versus Rolly, big
boom,
right
boom.
hand,
boom, boom,
could make a short night. Let's get him, Rolly.
And that's why they made this fight.
You flip me.
And Cruz got a chin on him, man. He can.
And he do.
He got a great chin.
He got a big head.
Yeah.
He got a big head.
That's disrespectful.
I got a big head. You got a big head.
Don't disrespect people on the PorterWay Podcast.
Oh, we don't do that.
Don't do that.
Oh, that's
but his head is big. Who else on this card?
Oh man, Lara's on this card
Against
possibly.
who?
That one is who's that?
That's Michael.
Sebastian's on
Yeah, Sebastian.
Michael Zarafa.
154.
Shawn.
Is he fighting at 154? This one?
Yeah, Serhiy Bochuk. Wow.
Yeah, shout out to and that's for a WBC, correct?
Yeah.
Sebastian.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, how do you lose to Brian Mendoza and then all of a sudden you get a shot at a title?
No, don't ask me that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to the homegirl Jasmine Knowles, she brought that up. She's like, shouldn't that be like Brian Mendoza in that fight? And I was like, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Shawn, do you think his height is a liability sometimes?
Absolutely, 100%. It's gonna do one or two things. It's either gonna get somebody in trouble, or it's gonna be, it's candy in the kids.
Right. Especially if the guy's inside the pocket the whole time.
Yeah.
If he's inside the pocket the whole time, and it's like, you know what, he could just get caught with like a nice big uppercut. It's just like,
It's
which isn't that what Mendoza?
Especially when Sebastian,
that's what he did.
He lacks speed with both his hands and his feet. You know what I mean? So, but he's been strong and he's been super well conditioned, and he just he's been overwhelming. I see him getting past Serhi. Bocha got it. Took a really hard knockout some years ago now. I think it's been a little while since Serhi's been in the ring. If it hasn't, he's been in the ring on the low.
Right.
But I feel like that knockout that he sustained, this was back in 2020 or the early part of 2021. It felt like it took a lot out of him. I saw him train since then. I was like, well, I don't know, man. You don't look like yourself, So
got a couple fights in since
he has had a couple fights in since the last fight. Yeah.
So and then Lara, where's Lara been? We heard rumors with Lara's fighting.
And he back on the knockout street too. So
he's been getting them, he's been cleaning them up.
Scratch all that. He's been cleaning them up.
All right.
So hey, listen, shout out to PBC, shout out to Amazon Prime. They done put together a card for y'all.
Yeah. I'm glad to see Thurman's back too.
Yes.
Keith, one-time Thurman.
Yeah.
Boy.
Oh man, hey, I mean,
that's gonna be a good fight.
Who you got in that fight?
I gotta go with Thurman, man.
Okay, Shawn going with Thurman too.
I'm going with
Tim Tszyu.
I'm going with Tim Tszyu.
Yeah, I like Outback Steakhouse.
Break it down.
I don't think that's from Australia.
It is actually. Break it down.
It
is. Break it down.
But it's not.
It is. Break it down.
All right. So the thing that worries me about Keith, he hasn't been the same since he cut the ponytail off. That's number one. Okay.
I hope he comes to the.
If he coming out with a ponytail?
No. What if he got the pro? That ain't enough.
Nah, heck,
he need a little tail.
He looked like an assassin with that ponytail. The thing worries me about Keith. This is Keith's first. Keith has fought one time in 4 years.
Yeah, that's right.
This guy has fought 9 times since he fought
in 3 months.
in 4 years.
Yeah.
So my man's busy, clean up the division. Yeah. Tim is on a mission, man. If Keith Thurman can get in Keith Thurman bag experience, we know what Keith can do when Keith is focused.
Yes.
And if he pushes himself in training, I remember Shawn said that about one of his last fights. How hard does he push himself? Keith, man, give us everything you got, man. Yeah. We all love you. Yeah. We want to see you bring it. We know what one time can do. Yeah. If you push yourself and train like you was fighting Shawn Porter, because Tim Tszyu ain't playing.
Yeah.
He's on a mission.
Oh yeah. Tim ain't about no filling out type stuff. Yeah.
And that body's, you better have that body right. Because his body attack is nasty. I'm going with Tim Tszyu, late stoppage.
I'm going Keith Thurman. I think Keith returns to his original form thereof.
The night he beat you?
Oh, no, not that night.
Come on, man.
It was a couple nights before that.
Tim,
it was a couple nights before that.
Hope he don't come in like that.
Who?
Tim better hope Keith don't come in like that. Shit.
I think we get a Keith Thurman that's gonna move, that's gonna allow Tim to operate the way he operates. Mm-hmm. Stylistically, this is a fight that's advantageous for Keith Thurman. Mm-hmm. Why? Because Keith knows how to use his feet. He knows how to lure you in. He knows how to set you up. What does Tim know how to do? Tim knows how to be patient, but Tim doesn't know how to move and pivot and throw jabs and set things up. Tim's patient, will look, will wait, will try to find it, but that's about it. Mm-hmm. There's not much creativity coming from Tim Tszyu. When you fighting Keith Thurman, you gotta be creative. Mm-hmm. If you become one-dimensional, if you become predictable, he's gonna eat it up. I think he's gonna eat it up.
How about your experience in there with him?
With Keith?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that, again, when you look at my fight with Keith, I went at him in a couple different dimensions throughout the fight. It was a lot of pressure, and then there was some boxing in between and things of that nature. Those are things that you just have to be able to, you got to specialize in them.
Yeah.
Keith is, he talked about it on the podcast, broke down how he structured the fight with me in his mind,
Oh, okay.
round by round type stuff.
That was a hell of commentary.
I was like,
That
yeah,
was- I
right.
loved it.
I think you
Yeah.
made this up. You know what I mean? But when I went back and I was like, yo, like he's really, you know, he relies on his brain.
Yeah, it's chess.
And
chess, man.
and
It's like,
he's a masterful chess player. You know,
it's a strategic endeavor, man. Like, you know, it's a lot of thought.
if this fight was at 47, I would think differently. It's
155.
It's at 55. He's gonna come to the ring stronger. He's gonna come to the ring healthier, and the list goes on. I told Keith a long time ago, move up to 54 and take over.
Yeah, man.
Because I knew, like, for myself, if I've been working and it's hard for me to get this weight to this weight, if I've been working and it's hard for me to mentally stay locked in to get into this weight, bro, you've been out of the ring. You don't want to fight at 47 no more. Go on up, get back to the ring strong, healthy, and
How old is he now? 30,
I'm 36. Keith got to be 35.
35, something like that. Yeah.
36
So
at
after a while, it's like the body just can't make 47 anymore.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
yeah. So stop hanging on to it.
Yeah.
You can become. This is what I know about boxing. You become you can become a star when you're doing star things. You don't have to become a star in a certain weight class. You know what I mean?
that's true.
So look at Tim. Tim's at 154 pounds and has really becoming a star. We'll say this. This fight, even though it's, in my personal opinion, stylistically and advantageous for Keith, the business is for Tim.
Yeah.
Right.
You bringing Tim over to the States for his first time. You can't put him in the ring with an American that don't nobody care about. People have been wondering about Keith. People
He's
have been
been
like,
wanting to fight for such a long
people
time.
have written off Keith. We come back or don't.
Yeah.
And now we get an opportunity to see you against a young lion. We get to see what you got left, and or what you're made of now. And for the business is, hey, for Tim, you get this win and you become a superstar in boxing in America, not just in Australia.
We got an announcement.
No, I think it's worth noting too that Thurman took 2.5 years off after fighting Pacquiao, came back to fight Barrios, who is not Thurman-Tszyu, but he's still a valiant opponent, and put on a one-sided performance after 2.5 years. So notable.
I mean,
It was pretty one-sided.
He took some body shots at some points in that fight, and he just.
Well, I mean, the judges, it was 118, 110.
I don't give a damn about them.
Oh, my bad.
I don't give a damn about them.
You're not friends with judges?
Listen. When you know who Keith Thurman is, that fight wasn't supposed to go the distance.
Correct.
So there you have it. That being said, we can see that there's some small deficiencies in this game. Enough time to correct them. You know what I mean?
He's not the same Keith Thurman, Shawn Porter. That dude's not there no more. But you still got something.
Oh.
And I think that's the only thing that scares me is the inactivity. If he would just fought 2 or 3 times, that's the only thing that scares me. And Tim just so active, man. Mm-hmm. I feel like he just fought last month.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did.
Tim is. He did?
No, he did.
Oh,
It's been a couple months.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. We just interviewed him. My man is so active, and he's fighting world champions.
This is a great
hell of a. Yeah, I know. That's how you come.
And
that's how you come out the gate.
That's a great fight. I'm biased. I'm pulling for Keith.
Okay.
I love the Tszyu story.
Mm-hmm.
I love Nikita coming up right behind Tim. I love them bringing me over there to Australia to do work and all that kind of stuff. But I just feel like this is the tallest feat right now for
each
Tim.
fighter.
For both of them. Yeah.
For both of them.
Yeah.
This is a career defining fight.
Yeah.
It's a crossroads right now.
Yeah.
I didn't like that they took my man Keith chance of winning a title. So now it's a non-title fight. I didn't like that. But I mean, I guess they don't want to sanction because he's been out the ring too long. But yeah, hell of a night of boxing. March 30th, day before Easter. I don't know why I said that. Day before Easter. Shout out to PBC. Love doing stuff on holidays.
I think that's the day before April Fool's.
No, it's Easter.
That's Easter Sunday?
Yeah, it's Easter Sunday. I already looked it up.
Is it?
Yeah, why you don't even believe me? You think everything's a joke. Yeah, look.
Yeah, last day of March this year.
Yeah, that's Easter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I mean that holds none, but I think we're in for a great night of boxing. PBC's coming out hot on the Amazon network.
Yeah, man.